Alright, so I'm gonna pick up more with the Temple of Space with the World Quest Paradise. So I'm actually
Combat
gonna
data updated.
finish exploring this area, then guess I'll check out what this marker's for.
Please rest assured that I will not blow the roof off again. Insulation check.
Flash attack! Fire keepers! Hear my touch!
Observe. Do you fear the dark? Close your eyes to dust.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring up the interactive map. Let me do that real quick. Go away. I don't care about that. Stop. Stupid prompt up on the menu where I need to hit in order to get the interactive map up. That is not the map I left off on. Have to switch maps to Temple of Space. And okay, got to mark that one. Alright, so this is this chest here. Alright.
Not to be sniffed at.
Let's collect some of these moths. Since that looks to be a dead end, let's go ahead and take it. Oh, looky. Destroyed it.
Not to be sniffed at.
Where exactly am I? Over there. That was this doodad. Okay. Oh, what do you know? Why do I get a feeling something's gonna happen when I open that chest? Got that.
He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness. goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook
Maybe
and
it's on the
cranny
inside.
come into fashion?
Let me mark the chest for now. And let's take care of this. What is this? Ha! Oh, hi.
Defensive move.
Ding dong! Hand it over! Smash and grab!
Be silent. Observe.
Hmm. This is way too easy.
Estimating value of acquired items.
I did one of these trial things. There must be a second one as well. Okay. Yep, that was right. I'm almost done. Okay. So that is
Initiating
both of those
categorization
challenges done
process.
now. Okay. That's just weird how there's just a little notch in the ground like that. When strange characters flit across the surface of the stone tablet, the words make sense to you, though you can't say why. Were the ancient capital of old entombed while it stood, death would not have found it on the breeze. Vanquished exile of a fallen kingdom, knight of the golden bow, wanderer without a heart, to cold ash he turned amidst the grief of his beloved, never to unseal the ruined city's gates from this side of the world again. A message from Istora emerges under the text. I have no idea who wrote the display boards here around here, but I haven't the faintest clue what they're going on about. But anyway, it looks like every door in this exhibition hall only opens from the inside. If Arcadian city-states were all designed like this, then their downfall really isn't that surprising. I mean, you just couldn't figure out how to open it is all. Am I doing anything with this statue? No. Can't do anything with that either. What's up with you? I don't know what's going on with that either.
Not to be sniffed at.
Okay. How about I just go like this? Come on. Alright, so that one. And that one. Okay. And now let's work here. Okay, so literally I had nothing to do with that elemental cube. That was the cube that was grabbed. Or maybe not. I don't know. You know what? Let me just leave that one unmarked. And then... say you're below ground, but where are you? You don't appear below ground when I open you up, so maybe there's something further down? I'm not seeing anything, so I'll just go back up here. disappeared. And you just have that there, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Where the fuck is that?
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please,
Don't
I
wanna go in there
insist.
just yet.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
What can I do? Why can't I do it? Close? Why can't I do it? Well, you're happy. Oh, I see why you do it that way. Okay, gotta see what your problem is.
Insulation.
Flash attack! You're my target! I never...
Close your eyes. Observe.
Okay, this must be that other chest, since that's about the area it's supposed to be at. Mark. And this is also the cube thingy. Okay.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Are you also happy? You are also happy. Okay, so why is it I can't stop you? Let me try climbing this tree. Oh, I get wood from it. Pine wood, okay. You're definitely not a pine tree. Why? Why didn't you do it? Yay. Work that. And then work this one. Okay.
Not to be sniffed at.
And then, because there's 3 chests. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Alright, let's get back up here the quick way. Let's go around to this side. Oh, why? Hello. Okay.
Not to be sniffed at.
Okay. Why are you... That's kind of annoying. The interactive map decided it was just going to keep rubber banding back to a location instead of letting me move around the map. And you keep sending me back to Mondstadt when I was on the temple. Okay. That one is done. Okay. So now there's supposed to be something somewhere along here. ding. Oh, that. Okay. And oh, I see it.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Okay. Oh, look, there's a person. That wretched guardian. I was gone for barely a moment, and it's already folded this entire place up. Just as the glorious, holy sovereign, His Majesty, warned, beings that transcend humanity must be consumed by the blazing sun's fire. Or I could just open it back up for you. Let's see.
Goodness,
Okay.
how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
I'm about to grab the spin crystal, so mark that as well. You know what, how about I just not have those there, because I don't actually need them. Doop. Takes up less things on the screen. It's the interactive talkie things. They're description things. Whatever you want to call it. I've already been that way, so let's go back to city. Okay, so this looks like a target one, so hello. How did I complete that?
Let's add it to the pile.
Okay, whatever. They gave it to me and I don't care. Mark that as collected. I wonder what's on top of the building. If there is anything. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Do you know there was an above entrance around this side? Yep, there it is. Boop. Oh, okay. Aha.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Oh, I think I might have missed the chest.
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton
Don't
cruelty
think
of the
it
few
really
is not...
matters what order I do it in. Oh, that was for getting up here. Never mind.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I...
Huh. Okay then. I mean, mark that I've done this puzzle. Okay. And then... How? Well, that was silly. What was the whole point of that? Okay. Yep, there it is. I saw the corner of the chest. I did miss one. Now I
Not
can
to
mark
be
you.
sniffed at.
I'm just going to assume I got that blue fragment thingy. But I'll leave it unmarked for now, just in case. Or actually... Yep, it's indicating other places to do things. So that means I got that already. Oh snap, I can turn more in already. Teleport. Teleport. Okay, so next level, or not next level, 2 more levels, and I can get that done. Oh. Okay. Can we just cancel? Do that. Alright, so I'm going to see this point. I might have been able to get through this with the moth form, but meh. Within the Temple of Space, you will sometimes find paintings that have pockets of space sealed inside them. By overlapping the image in the painting with the corresponding scene in reality, Dex can restore the space trapped within the painting and manifest objects from the painting into the physical world. The closer the painting is the actual scene, the brighter the light emitted by the frame will be. Dex can also retrieve or reproject the artwork. Oh look, an enemy. Defensive mode.
Look, Geraint! You're not going anywhere!
Be silent. Close your eyes.
Oh look, an enemy. Clean up this one.
Go claw! Being done! Hand it over!
Observe to dust.
No, there's a second one.
Be silent.
Alright. So... enough over here.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Yep. This is so annoying. Not a moth thing near here. Oh, well, there's this one. Let's mark this real quick as completed. Okay. Those don't look like they'll have anything important, so let's do this way. Dim star, okay.
He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the Wild Hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
Okay. It won't open. Traveler, how about giving it a nasty kick? How is it? I can't feel my leg. Which means it opens from the other side or something. Okay. That is a very good question because I don't know how to mark this.
Flash attack! Just one! Finders keepers!
Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Haha, mountains cannot crush the buried spirit. Through riven clouds, the sky at last appears. I'm free! Hilda, Dex, and my new friends, please accept my thanks. I am her younger sister, Zitland. Oh, why you two look so alike? Yes, I've been told that a lot. And who are these two? My name's Paimon, and this is Traveler. It was Istora's commission that brought us here. In that case, let's dispense with the introductions. Do you possess any degree of martial skill? Preferably the sort that might see off a legatus of Remeria? How did you come up with that description? This goes back to how a certain border fortress rose to prominence when Remeria was destroyed. One day after much time had passed, an old man arrived at its gates, claiming to be the acting master of the Guha clan. One day, the two sides fell to arguing. When the Marian commander said he was in charge of music in the army, the acting master thought him weak. But in truth, the greater your musical mastery, the higher your rank in the Marian military. And this commander, why, he had already undergone petrification. By the way, I don't know if you've heard of this, but everyone in the Marian enemy circles were transformed into Ichor, becoming semi-immortal golems. So when the acting master channeled his inner energies into a single strike, he only wound up hurting his own hand. Ugh. He then spoke harshly, lamenting a lack of successors to the Guha clan's secret arts and the withering talent on the vine in his era. Why, he so claimed he didn't even possess a vision. Of course, he wouldn't have been selected if he had one in the first place. During the pathetic interval, we could no longer receive visions. But anyway, back to our story. The commander shot back with choice words of his own, claiming that the legiti of Hermaria were far more terrifying than he could ever be. Sure. Cool story. Paimon supposes. Also, don't worry. Travelers 1000% got what it takes to defeat a Legatus. Best I keep my low profile, huh? Haha, that's great. By the way, why were you in the painting, and what were those humanoid ink blots? This is how Melenta delivers punishment, slinging people into paintings and smushing them into ink blots. Just like my cage, which was encased in layers of paintings. So the ink blots we saw back there were actually people? Yes. Now a word to the wise. The more realistic a painting is, the more fitting a cage is to encase your spirit. After all, its essence may be grasped at a glance. As such, expect hidden secrets lurking behind any realistic paintings you find here. And what should we do next? This is not the right place for such talk. Let's head back first.
Not to be sniffed at.
Huh? You sure made it back quickly. This place truly is full of wonders. It is indeed fabulous, comparable to the finishing touch from Rex Lepus's hand, which brought stone to life. And with the power of your heart and mind, you can really turn those lifelike paintings into reality. Anyway, what's our next plan of action? The key to restoring the entire library lies in completing that final illuminating stroke. But before we do that, we must first restore this painting. Once the heavenly heart emerges, the four horizons fade to white. Oh, what a commanding name. That's Inazuman preferences and painting names for you. Theoretically, whatever, we should be able to complete the missing part of the painting in the Tower of Radiant Light. But with our path barred, it seems we can only head to the abode of Resplendent Talent to see if we can reach the Tower's Radiant Light from there. Hold on, I need a drink of water. Sorry about that, I also got me a cough drop. Wait, it was behind this door the whole time? Paimon had trouble to kick this thing full force. Trevor is strong enough to level mountains, but the door didn't even budge. Is your foot numb? Yeah. Probably because this door is manifested from the painting through the mind. As such, it doesn't exist as a physical matter as we know it. Esther once mentioned that he had a teacher named Aristoteles, who was always saying that mind prevails over matter. I guess this is what they meant. But leveling mountains, you say? That'd make you just as powerful as Azhdaha. Speaking of which, yes, we have beaten Azhdaha, actually. Yu Hungi from the Mahabharat, whatever, chamber told me that Azhdaha already existed back in his era. As such, the so-called finishing touch that brought the dragon to life was nothing more than a legend, the invention of later generations. A fine story all the same, of course. And did you realize something from that? I just told him, you've ruined my precious memory, you know that. I can relate. Yeah, never mind. Just take it as fun little anecdotes. Anyway, such a door was born from a painting. A painter must open it. Allow me to do that for you. You don't seem very surprised. That's because Traveler's been through even crazier stuff. Lots of extraordinary adventures, huh? Guess I shouldn't even be surprised if you've saved the world before. He and his sister were separated by an awful god. The main goal of our adventure is to find his lost sibling. So, Traveler can understand how you feel. I hope you find your sibling, and may you live a life of peace and happiness. Oh, Paimon's sorry. She forgot that you won't. Ah, please don't apologize. It was my fault bringing it up. Also, that's not what I meant. I really hope that your wish comes true. Thank you, Zetland. Alright, open sesame. Let's get moving then. Uh-oh. These photos. Ah, they were painted using a camera, yes? Back then, your sister told us of something capable of creating pictures even more lifelike than the most realistic paintings. Well, we wondered what it would be like. It's a shame that she didn't have a camera, nor did she have a picture painted by one on hand. Now that I've seen one myself, it does look incredibly lifelike. How's that for feeling smug? Machines have taken realism to its natural end, but there's still room for imagination, you know? Not exactly. No matter how realistic the painting, it still carries the painter's emotion and aesthetic sense. Though some of the colors can't be found in the real world, you can really feel the painter's heart from the way said colors are used. Even the most realistic painting carries within it minor details of fiction, exaggeration, and blur. That's where their artistic aesthetic and craft come into play. Okay, it's not like Paimon doesn't get it. Paimon just wanted to compliment you so she could ask you to, you know, maybe draw something for us later. Don't you already have Albedo's painting of you? Paimon wants to see a more expressive version of her world would look like, though. Thank you so much. Zetland could Paimon have a look? Sure. These photos were taken during my sister's vacation. The passerby she asked was really bad at photography, so some photos only show the top of her head poking out from the bottom. But I can tell she's smiling happily all the same. Sorry to let you see that. The lighting and composition of these photos are terrible. There's no sense of depth or layering at all. It's not that bad. I think these are the best photos. If your sister hadn't insisted on only showing her head, these would have been the worst of scenic photos. But thanks to her, they've become memories and proof of her presence there. I think I get what you mean. I found my stuff. Let's keep helping Dozy out, shall we? I think the painting here leads to the abode of resplendent talent. See if you can find a way to the Tower of Radiant Light from there. That said, I won't be joining you for your next journey. I'll head back to the central area to let others know we're safe. Then I'll be back in no time. Whether I succeed or not, I should have enough time to see you again on my way back. Okay, so I've done a bit of recording already, so I'm just going to leave off here. So that's going to be it for now, and I'll see you guys later.